This is Macho John Mad and Juanito. They call me in Mexico, and I am. Although I've been in the U.S. for all of 8 days now, I am planning to go back to Mexico where they call me Juanito. So I'm still introducing myself as Juanito here. So it is the 10th. I'm pretty sure the 10th of May, and I'm sitting in the communal dining hall of a place called the Laurels of Green Tree. You can see it out there. It's a rehab facility in Asheville, North Carolina, where I've been for 8 days. And I have been blown open. I've been blown open by physical illness that came on March 3rd back in Bacalar, Mexico. It's the farthest I had journeyed in Mexico on the Riviera Maya, and a wonderful place where I may still retire. I loved it there, but I got super sick there. Went to the really pretty lousy poor person's hospital there. Went back to Playa del Acamal where I was living, and from there to the hospital at Playa del Carmen, where I encountered another quite terrible hospital. The initial symptom was renal failure. I still have not, 2 months later, I've not had a pee on my own, so the renal failure continues. But in the hospital in Playa del Carmen, they misdiagnosed it as end-stage prostate cancer. And I suffered from 2 months under believing that I was dying, so that helped me blow myself open. I've been touched because I've been so sick. I'm still pretty sick, but no longer have a terminal diagnosis. I came up here to the U.S. with a lot of help from the American consulate, which was a surprise. They did great for me. So I'm no longer looking at, we're all short-termers, right? And we all do well by remembering that we're not going to live forever. And I continue to remember that. But I no longer am carrying a terminal diagnosis, which has opened up the world for me. And being in Asheville has opened up the world for me. I lived here from 2004 to 2020. And I want to dedicate this video to a guy named Jeff Thompson, who lives in Asheville, who I bookmarked a couple of his concerts. He's got a wonderful Steely Dan tribute band called Dirty Logic that's playing a concert June 15th, about a month from now, that I hope to make it to. And another one in September, which I may still be around here. We'll see. And he's got another band doing a concert at the end of August. My current plan is to leave here for Chicago for the fall, but I'm going to review that. So let me tell you about Jeff Thompson. Jeff, when I got so sick, I created a thank you bucket list of people in my life that I want to tell what a difference they made in my life. And Jeff is right up there. He is a very talented teacher of improv comedy, and I took several workshops with him that made a big difference for me. He's a hugely talented musician, and I've been to lots of his shows, including right before the COVID hit. The last live show I saw was Dirty Logic at the Ambrose West, and here I am back. I haven't been by the Ambrose West yet, but I've been the ISIS. I think I saw Jeff at the ISIS. I was by there the other day. And Jeff is on my mind because Jeff is a really charming psychotherapist. He's so talented and incredibly handsome, talented guy. And women love him. Women love Jeff. They're like magnetized to him. And I've never had quite that misfortune. I've had my share of women interested in me, enough to get myself in trouble, but not like Jeff. And I was jealous of Jeff. I want to apologize to Jeff. I'll apologize here and apologize in person. I think I've done it already, but not enough, because One of the most foolish, stupid things I've done in my life. I was a cashier at Earth Fare, a healthy supermarket here in Asheville. And Jeff came through my line with one more beautiful woman. And in front of his girlfriend at the time, I called him a player. What an ass. I am capable of being quite an ass, and that was one of my most asinine moments. Called him a player, insulted him, hurt his feelings, and boy, did I get my comeuppance, because the evolution of Jeff over the last few years. Jeff fell in love with him. This is all after I left Asheville in 2020, and this all happened since I left, I'm pretty sure. Fell in love with a woman who he knew had cancer, with a child, devoted himself to her, fell totally in love. And that's, I use the term blow me open. I think it was before this woman came into his life that he wrote the song Blow Me Open, but it's a gorgeous song about life, asking life to blow me open. And so I'll put a link to that here. Yeah, fell in love with a woman who he knew might die of cancer, but he just fell in love with her and threw caution to the wind, devoted himself. Now is parenting their child. The woman has died. Sydney was her name. I never got to meet her. She must have been spectacular. And Jeff, thank you. Thank you for the difference you made in my life. You taught me. Other things have taught me. I've traveled 5 years, and one of those, almost a full year, I was in South Texas between the Rio Grande Valley, back and forth, over to South Padre Island. And on South Padre Island, I'm a romantic. I fall in love. But the risk is that I will project my love and sexual attraction and try to make something happen where it shouldn't. And that's where I'm learning. And a big learning I got was on the beach in South Padre Island, I encountered what seemed like a age mismatched couple, a guy much older than a woman, the girl. Turned out she was his daughter-in-law, and his son had died 3 years earlier, and apparently was kind of a piece of work. And what the father-in-law was trying to do was to help the daughter-in-law heal from the crazy trips his son had laid on her before he died, and I never got to hear how he died. And they had two small children. She wasn't talking much. She didn't want to talk about it. She had been traveling with him trying to do his best to heal her because he knew she was in rough shape. She wasn't talking. Psychotherapist that I am and music lover that I am, I started realizing she was telling her story through the songs she was playing on her, she must have had a Bluetooth speaker. And the story they told made it clear that she was no longer suffering from that guy. She was mostly over that craziness. What she was suffering from was beautiful woman with young children, the ways that guys...
I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you Mr. Madden?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I'm Dr. Hall.
Oh, let me come talk to you. Can I have 1 minute to finish this tape?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll meet you in your room.
Yeah, good. Thank you. That's the doctor here. I'm getting discharged today. What she was suffering from was the way that men had abused her for her beauty, promised her lots, and taken sex. And boy, that went right to me. I had been squeaky clean. I really had been squeaky clean overall, but inside kind of sloppy. And from that, and from Jeff, I've learned. Because these days, with my illness, I've been broken open. And I'm falling in love with everybody who crosses my path, every housekeeper here in the nursing home. The housekeeper there this morning, Sarah, I realized what you need to do with her is to validate her competence, because she's not sure of herself and she's always apologizing. And she was so good with the guy in the bed next to me. Nobody else got him to. He's pretty out of it. She got him to get out of all his wet clothes, change his clothes. She was brilliant. So before she left, I said, I told her, you are brilliant. I've never seen anybody work with that guy like that. You've got a gift. So to stay clear about what does this person need from me, not what do I want and need, what do they need from me? That's what love is. Find that and do that. Thank you, Jeff. You're a mensch. You're a great man. And I hope to see you. I hope to dance to your music. And I'm awfully grateful to you. Okay.